Hi everyone, it's Margaret here with 60andMe. Thank you so much for being here today. Now, today is a beautiful sunny day, spring is coming, and I just felt the mood to try something completely different with makeup. I have got such a strange assortment of a product here that I've been experimenting with, and I mostly wanted to focus on eyes and an eye look that I want to share with you, something that you may not consider as appropriate for older women, and you know, I'm a great believer in getting out there and shining in this world. You know, I think women who are a little older have a perspective and just kind of a lens on reality that can be helpful to others. We've been through so much in our lives, so hopefully this is helpful. But anyway, makeup is for me a lot of fun. It's a release. It's just a playful way of experimenting and enjoying this beautiful weather. So first of all, I have got my face cream this morning is Embryolisse. I love this product. I've been using it now for years. It's a lovely moisturizer, very lightweight. Put that on first, and then I put on some Trinny London. And this is the Trinny London, the new one that she's brought out called De-Stress, I think it's called. It's like the BFF cream, but it's, for me, I put it on very, very lightly with the moisturizer as a primer. You can use it as a foundation as well. But Trinny London, I love the products, and I've done another video on that if you want to check it out. But anyway, my skin is 72 years old, so it's got all the normal things that you would expect, and I'm really at peace with that, as I've said before. I play with makeup. I try not to go over the top with foundation and the base, because I think you can see that and you have to feel comfortable in what you're wearing. So I'm going to use today for foundation a new one that I was recommended, I think, by Risa. Risa does makeup, and she's a fabulous makeup artist. She's in her 40s, so she's not quite 60 or 70 yet, but she's very conscious of aging skin, and she recommended this particular foundation. It's CoverGirl Outlast, and it says Extreme Wear 3-in-1 foundation. It's full coverage, it says, but it's SPF 18, and it says a creamer, a concealer, primer, and foundation in one. Now I'm going to use it as a foundation, and I'm going to apply it with my fingers, because I really feel, for me, foundation I get the best kind of application if I'm just trying to play with makeup, not make it too formal, if I use my fingers. So I'm going to do that. Put a couple of dabs on my finger. Do this half first. I want to show you sort of half by half here, because when I put it on, you'll say, oh my gosh, Margaret, that's way too light. But never be afraid of that, because often what happens is foundation will oxidize. It will change color as you put it on your face. So you can see that and I'm actually bringing it up under my eyes, which I normally don't do. I've experimented with this before though, and it's okay. It doesn't dry the skin at all. But you can see, now I've got an age spot right there and another one there. And you can see already it started to hide it. It's never going to erase it, but it can hide. And that's all that really matters. It's just to have, a nice place to start your makeup with. So I'm gonna apply the other half of my face. And it's such a bright day today. I hope I can catch this sun and not make it too glowy. Okay, and I'll put a little bit on my forehead. I'll use my mirror so I can see what I'm doing. But isn't that funny how that when you put this makeup on, it looks very light, and then as you rub it in and kind of work with it, it just gets, it kind of blends with your skin color. And even though it says it's full coverage, I just don't think it's too much. I think it looks nice. And as I said, I want to focus on the eyes a little bit today. And let's see, make sure I've got this all blended in. I always tend to leave a piece that I find later. Okay, let's see here. All right. I think that's good, but I like the color of this foundation. I think it works really well with my skin. And I'm going to put some blush and other things on. I'm not going to use bronzer or anything today. I don't really feel like doing that. But as I said, I want to focus on eyes. So let's start with my eyebrows. Okay, honestly, my eyebrows are just in a really strange state. They're turning gray. They're getting thinner. They're getting kind of a personality of their own. They're just kind of doing their own thing. But I discovered I use all kinds of different pencils. I've experimented with gels and brushes, and I find that a pencil works best for me. So I'm going to try one today that I'd never really tried before. The brand is Joah, Joha. And I discovered Joah because I was looking at some BB creams, and they say they're inspired by K-Beauty. And I have a lot of favorites in the K-Beauty range, but this is a very cool little, very narrow eyebrow pencil. It has a spoolie on one side, very small again, and on the other side, the pencil. So I am going to follow the advice of my really good friend, Ariane Poole. She's a makeup artist. I love Ariane a bit. She's been on 60andMe many times, but this is the technique she suggests, and I'm going to use it with my eyebrows and hope that it works. Now, first of all, she suggests that you brush your eyebrows down. And you can see that doesn't make too much difference on this side because I have very thin eyebrows. But I'm going to put my mirror here so I can use it while I'm talking to you. Because it'll stand, it's kind of helpful. And do the eyebrows. Okay, make sure I can get it to the right place. Okay, so when your eyebrows are brushed down, you can then go with your pencil over the top. And I'm going to just try to do this without. And even though it's a very, very fine line, this little brush or little pencil, you can actually get a pretty good definition. Just sort of highlighting the top and pulling it over. I think you can see how that's developing. But then take the spoolie and bring your eyebrows up. And now you can fill in the gaps that didn't get covered before. So I'm going to, and because this little brush is so fine, you actually can be quite precise with it, filling in the individual brows if you are missing some, like I am. So I don't want to spend too long on eyebrows, but I know so many people struggle with it as you get older, and I just want to do this one to show you, and I'll go quicker on the other side. And then just bringing it, not down, but just as far as you can go out, following the natural line. Can you see the difference there? I think it's really, really amazing. And this little pencil is I think it's in the shade Taupe. I'll leave all the details in the description below so that you can follow along, but I'll do the other side. Now, in my situation, this side is actually quite a bit thicker, so I don't need to work quite so hard on this side to get the shape, but I'm going to do the same for color purposes. Excuse me that I'm looking down, but this actually is the only way that I really can do this easily. And I want you to see what I'm doing if you can. Okay, so that's with doing it with the brows pulled up, and then, pull down and then pull up. And then you can see clearly what you've got to do to kind of match it together. And I pull mine like this just to get a straighter line really on the brows. And then just fill in a couple of spare hairs. I probably should do this before I even start because I know it takes a little bit of time, but I think if you get the idea here, this is actually a pretty good brow application with that tiny pencil. And Joah, I really, really like their products, to be honest. And that was one of the favorites that I had. Then I will do, I have CoverGirl, if I brought it with me, I have an eye gel that I use. I'll see if I can put it on at the end. But right now, that's good for the brows. Let me go do the rest of my face, and then we'll go back to eyes, okay? Because I want to show that in a unique way. What I want to do today is some sparkle on my eyes and see what you think. And a color that you might not be thinking I would ever dare to wear on my eyes, as a full eye shadow look. But what I'm going to do first of all with my blush is I'm going to use a cream blush. I've got two different ones to show you. This is Juicy Pang. I shake it because it needs shaking. Juicy Pang is a Korean brand as well, and I got it on Yes Style, I believe. But this is a lilac color. I didn't want to go too crazy with the blush since my eyes will be so strong today, but I want to put this on my hand to get some control. And it's beautiful. Oh, I could put other liner I was experimenting with there, but I'm going to just rub that in to my cheeks. This comes in some beautiful colors, mostly peachy colors and rose, but this is the lightest one. And I like it just because it's light and because it's not so overwhelming, and you can stab it in and try to do that so that you're not pulling too much on the foundation underneath. And again, why I use my fingers, because you can use your fingers and be gentle, and you don't have to worry about damaging what you put on before. And a brush, you tend to kind of pull, unless you dab, which I do too. Okay, let me just move that so I can see what the colors turned out to be. Yeah, so I really didn't want to do too much with my blush that was a little bit excessive. But this is cool. Don't you like that? It's so, so natural. Now, this is actually, in my opinion, a bit of a dupe for something which is much more expensive. It's the David Sandler products. And I did actually purchase David Sandler in Cherub. It's called, what's it actually called? Daniel Sandler Watercolor Liquid Cheek Color. It's about double the price, and I would say in some ways it's very similar in color. I'm just going to pop a little bit over top of this just so you see how they both apply. They're both super, super liquidy. This one is even more so. But people love the David Sandler products. I do too, but I'm just going to, and they're very similar, these two. So I'm going to just dab it on just to give a teeny bit more color and bring it up around the eyes there. This side too. Oops, sorry, my mirror in front of you there. It's a nice big mirror. I really find it useful, but it gets in the way sometimes. But it's okay. It's all good. All right, so that's blush. I think that's nice. Now, in terms of my eyes, I think it balances it out a bit. Let's get started. I'm going to use cream products today on my eyes. And by the way, I'm going to show you all this later. I'll give in the details section below. I'm going to use Kiko cream products. These are two products I really, really love. They come in beautiful colors. And you can see I've got a beigey kind of, yeah, sort of beige color, and then my turquoise, which I'm going to play with. I'm so excited. I really love turquoise. I've worn it before a lot as a liner, but I've never done it like this before. And I'm going to show you an eyeshadow from a company that you've never heard of that is, it's just amazing. I can't even begin to describe it, but I have a few single eyeshadows from them. And again, I'm going to use my fingers with this Kiko product. It's a very solid duplicate for the Laura Mercier Caviar Sticks. And again, super expensive product, but I'm going to use it as a duplicate. Oh, wait a minute. Should I put, I just remembered, I forgot to put my Mario Prep on my eye, and I'm going to do that as well. This is my Mario Prep product. It's called Eye Prep and Set, and I always put that on first. And with cream products, I sometimes skip this point because it's, in a way, it's a cream base, but I'm going to do it because of this application today. So I just put it on my eyes all over. It's a really cool set. It comes in light and dark, and this has got 2 concealers and a powder, which is actually very nice if you're, if you're trying to set your powders, not with cream, of course, but there you go. So that's a nice set. This is something I take with me everywhere. I love it. Now I'm going to put this, I put it on my finger. This is the Kiko. And I forget the color on this, I'll tell you. They're very, they're usually like a number rather than a color. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put this cream product on my lid. And you can put it on just by like dabbing it on your finger and then placing it on your eyelid. And I don't normally bring it up too high now. I've kind of used to do that a lot, kind of shade the eyes in different colors. But now I've decided I'm just going to just have fun putting it on the place I know it's going to stay, which is on my lids. My eyes are getting a bit hooded, and it's really difficult to keep eyeshadow in place. Now, it's important for me that I have this base, and that I put it up just a teeny bit over my lid. And I want to make sure I've got this right. You could go like this. I mean, this is a great look just on its own. But I'm going to put this beautiful other color on, and I want to have it as in contrast. Okay, so that is really pretty look. Just very simple beige taupey color eyeshadow, and you could go out with that with mascara, of course. At least I would put mascara on. But the next color I'm going to try is my turquoise. Where did I put it? It disappeared. Just like that, it vanished. This is, again, a Kiko product, and it's a beautiful blue, turquoise blue, but it's not that intense. I mean, I'll put it on my, well, you might consider it intense. I think it's, compared to the other one I'm going to show you, it's very pretty. So you could just literally apply that over your lid. I'm going to do this so you can see. Okay, there it is without any turquoise, just simple, beautiful base color. And then I'm going to just dab this lovely turquoise on. And again, I'm just going to bring it over my lid, and you can just see what happens. I actually love this color. Now that I'm putting it on, I could wear this just like this. I think it's gorgeous, and I don't think it's too much at all. I really don't. So let's just do the other side. Okay. There. So I mean, this is the beauty of cream products, is you can put them on and they just look so natural and fun. A bit of mascara and you're done. Okay, so there is the turquoise. Now, I would normally put my mascara on now, but I want to show you something that is going to just... I can't even begin to tell you how excited I got when I saw this color. I love the color turquoise, and I love the sea. It reminds me of Greece. It reminds me of all these beautiful places that I love to travel, that I can't travel to right now. But I discovered this line of eyeshadows by a company called Bernovich. They are in Belarus, Eastern Europe, very, you know, kind of in a way remote. I mean, you wouldn't think about them creating wonderful makeup products, but they do. And in fact, there's two shops that I discovered. One was Glam Shop, and one was, I'll make sure I get these right. One is Glam Shop and one is Bernovich. Now, I just separated these out so you can see some different color options. This one is the Glam Shop, and that's, I can just show you that one on my, I'm going to put these together so that you'll see them side by side. Oops, I can do it on the other hand. And all of these turquoises are just fantastic, but I'm going to show you, and maybe you can choose. These are the two that I really love. This is Sydney Grace, and that's the Glam Shop. But this one on this finger is the one that I'm going to show you that is going to be astounding. Okay, I'm going to just wipe it on my hand here. It's Bernovich. This is the color. It's got glitter on it. I feel like I've got paints on my fingers here, but this is just remarkable. Okay, are you ready for this? Maybe it's not right for an older woman, 72, but I'm gonna have a go. So here we go. There's the color. And I'm just dabbing it on. You can actually see it sparkle from space. I mean, it's just, it's just incredible. And I'm not going to rub it in too much. I'm just going to blend it and then just dab it up a bit out above my eye so that it starts to get softer. But there it is. What do you think? I love this. I mean, I don't know if I would go to the grocery store with this. When I put the mascara on, you'll see how what an impact it makes. And I'm going to put the other eye on. Hang on with me here. Don't turn it off yet. Okay. And I probably will just put my little brush here in a second to do some blending. But no, I mean, honestly, isn't this incredible? It's something I would have probably worn in the 60s, you know, like when I was experimenting with different eyeshadows. I'm just going to take a flat brush, if I can find one here, and just help me blend it a little bit up. Not too much, because in about an hour, if I do anything like that, it's going to be way up on the top of my eyes. I'm just going to play and blend a little bit. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Oh, on my wrist hand there. I literally have got eyeshadow all over me. I think this is pretty. Okay, now I'm going to do some mascara here, which is going to soften this, of course, because, oh, so I'm going to get out of the way here. Right now, all you're seeing is my eyelids, and they're blue. But this is, I just think it's gorgeous. Let me just find my mascara, which is also by Joah, actually. I feel like I've got my fingers in paint pots. This is by Joah as well. It's a really cool mascara. It's called Lash Up Rising. Lash Up Rising. And I'm not going to curl my lashes. I'm just going to apply some of this Joah mascara, and you can see then how this all will come together, because that, of course, looks very bright and vibrant and almost too much. But I'm going to put some mascara on, and just playing with makeup. It's just like a candy box. Okay, here we go. And the secret with this is just to go right down into your lash line and pull up. And I'm not going to put any, any extra product on, like any liners or tight lining or anything like that. I'm just using this beautiful, beautiful. I think this has become my favorite mascara. It's just so, so pretty. And I'll just put one coat on that side for a second and go back and do the other side. it's got some special technology that they talk about, which I think is fantastic. And I'm going to try to do this equally on the other side. You know, okay, turquoise eyes may not be for everybody, maybe for nobody, but I just think it's just such a pretty change to just being boring. And I'm not trying, oh, I can see already though, I need to do a little bit of blending. Okay, let's just get this mascara equal. It's hard to know sometimes what order to do these things in, because I think once you see lips as well, it'll all start to come together. But look at those lashes. Aren't they pretty? And I didn't do any curling, as you saw, and I just literally, you know, just was grabbing it and lifting it up like that, and turning the brush. Very pretty. Okay, so I'm going to take a second and just do a quick brush of my eye shadow, because I want to make sure I'm not, like that right there, got a little bit loose. Although, you know that I look at that, yeah, and clearly I'm not a makeup artist, right? I'm just experimenting. I think that, you know, even with your finger, if you just gently. Okay, I think it's cool. I like it. I'm going to put some lip liner on. Kiko's 303. It's my standard one. I love it. It's kind of a pinky brown color. And because I'm staying with pink, my lips. And another Eastern European company, Evaline. Never heard of them. I found a tube of lipstick by Evaline on ladymakeup.com. But I think you can get Evaline around. Someone else was mentioning they found it. This is in 488. That's the color. No idea what, there's no name to it, but it's such the most beautiful, beautiful pink. I love it. And I think it's going to go really, really well with this look. So I'm going to just put some of this lipstick on and finish this gorgeous color experiment. And I felt that with these eyes, that the cheeks should not be so garish. They should just be very, very soft, but the lips could be okay. The lips could be strong. So I'm going to put some more on there. I fell in love with this lipstick too. It's really, really pretty. What do you think? Okay, well, clearly you can put any makeup on it any way you want, any colors you want, any style you want. It's just you. It's you and your face and your body and yourself out there in the world. Personally, I love this color. I think I really would love to go out into the world like this, and who knows, somebody would probably stare at me and think I was really odd, but I like it. I like the color of turquoise. I'm not covered in turquoise paint here, but I don't mind. I hope you like it. Give me your feedback. What do you think? What's the most sort of dramatic look that you've ever worn, and how did it make you feel? And what was the response you got from people? Or does that maybe even matter? Take really, really good care, everybody. Play with makeup, enjoy it, and we'll see you all again soon. I'd love to get your feedback on makeup that you've experimented with and how it turned out. And just take very good care of yourself. Stay safe and well, and have a lovely day. Take care. Bye for now.